Right, hi guys, here's a Honda cbr125r. It's not a very happy bike. I believe it's got a gearbox issue, which is making it sound like it's got rod knock, but I'm not sure whether it has got a bit of rod knock as well. So we'll have a listen, and then we'll take it further from there. So as you can hear, she's pretty loud. It's quite a loud knocking, but it has got gearbox issues. Like selecting gears is pretty much non-existent. So we're going to pull it out and have a look. So I'll join you in a moment when we have got a little bit further in the game. Right, so yeah, as you can see, fairings are now off. It's only some Allen key bolts. So the next thing will be start removing the engine bolts. Well, not engine mounted bolts, but loosen the engine mounted bolts up. Take the radiator hoses off and all that, bleed the system out. And then disconnecting everything, dropping the engine. So we'll get to the point when we get to dropping the engine and we'll let you know. Right, so yeah, we've drained the fluids. Engine mount, one engine mount off, still got one on the left to do. Take the tank off. What else? You take the tank off, airbox out, carburetor off, or at least out the way. And then similar on the other side, I've got to disconnect the wires the other side. So if we cut for a moment, I'll just disconnect the wires the other side. That means I can come back this side of the bike and then you can see what I'm doing. Right, I'm trying to do at the moment. So we'll cut for a moment and then we'll come back. Right, so we've now got the fuel tank off, disconnected. The wiring disconnected on the left hand side. I'm now going to proceed to take the airbox out. Then I shall more than likely remove the carburetor altogether just to make it so there's more space in there. Ready for fitting the... Because what we've basically done is we've got another engine for it. I know that this engine's too far gone and it's not a very quick fix. The gearbox is non-responsive, so you stick it in gear and it's actually stuck in gear. It won't select back. It's got no spring in the gear lever basically, so when you select the gear it should spring back up into a more central position ready for you to select your next gear, and it's not returning. I've got a suspected gearbox shaft issue, or possibly the clutch basket might have something to do with it, but until I rip all of that apart I'm not going to know. So for the quickness and the easiness to go further on the bike was to get another engine, which was fairly cheap. It was only 300 quid. It's a 5k mile engine, which is almost unheard of, but when we show you the engine you'll understand, and you can see that it's done very, very little mileage by how clean the engine is. There's very little corrosion on it. You just get to know these things and can tell when an engine is high mileage or not. I've heard it run and I've seen it run, so I know that it will be a good engine. So let's get on with putting some, if I had the right size bolt, which that's 12, so that must be 10. There we go. These should pretty much come out by hand now. Says me. Struggling away. Should just get the ratchet. There's one. So I need to, it's hard to see where the clamp is, and I bet it's on the left hand side, which it feels like it is. Which means I've got to get up, which is not easy for a 50-year-old man. He's got health issues, but we'll say no more about that. This isn't about that. Right, let's cut for a minute so I can get round the other side and get this off. Right, so let's try and get this airbox out. Well, it's not quite come out how I wanted it to come out, but the boot has come right off the hole. Right, that's not going to work. Right, cut for a moment because we need... Right, so we managed to get the airbox off the actual hose now. So, carb breather, get that off. That's the airbox right off. See where it's come out the... It's come out the airbox there where it shouldn't have come out of, but we can repair that. That's not an issue. That just pops back in. If need be, I'll put some sealant around it. The rubber's gone quite hard. It is undone as well, so before anybody says, "Oh, undo it, you clown," it is undone. Let's undo it a bit more just in case. It is sweltering hot. It was raining earlier, so I came into our games room to do this, to get into out the bad weather. So now I've put myself from raining into boiling heat. There we go. So this is where it's come from undone. So yeah, that would want some sealant around it when we go to put it back together. So that will seal up and won't have air leaks. So carb should come off next because that is undone. There we go. That is loose. Right, if we have a break for a minute so I can just get my head round what we've got to do next. Right, so we're ready to take the exhaust off now. Wrong bit. Let's put the right bit in first, shall we? Might help. How's that still hanging on there? And there we go. That's off. Making the right job of it, but it's off. So that bolt was with that bolt. Where did that bolt go? Yeah. So remember, that's all to do with the exhaust. I don't know why they've took the rubber mount out of there. They might have one of them somewhere, I don't know. I'll have to have a look. Right. Engine bolts. Where's my 14? Right, did you see? There was a little bit of movement dropping the engine there. That's where she's now just undone, but she's just hanging on her bolts. Although I do need to go around the other side and put a spanner to it because it's spinning. So I'm not sure where my 14mm spanner is. My assistant could go around the other side and actually, the cameraman, should I say, could actually go around the other side. Go around the other side and hold the spanner on. Right, one should be down here somewhere. If I put the thing on it, you'll see it spinning. Got it? Right, that's one. And the other one come off, right? So you can come back. You can come back over here now. Right, so that's loose. Got one water hose up here, which is a pain to get on, to get off. Start motor, that's unbolted, I just got to get it out. Why is that being so awkward? There we go. Why has that got such a kink in that? Anyway, not worried about that, otherwise I'll break the wire off of it. Right. So, I think because we're so close now to the engine coming out, I think we'll stop recording. We'll get the engine out, because I've got a fiddly hose that I've got to try and undo. And then we'll get the engine out and place it on the floor and then carry on with the video so you can see how far we got, and then we'll go from there. Right, so we've removed the engine. As you can see, it was a bit of a pain to get some of the hoses undone, because I don't know who or what sort of fingers the man had that put the Jubilee clips on the hoses. Well, I struggled to get to them, but we managed it in the end. So yeah, the engine's out. If we go and have a quick look at the new engine and the old engine. So that's the new engine. That's a lot cleaner, it's a low mileage. I've heard this one runs very nice. There's the old engine with its knackered gearbox, and I suspect there's other things wrong with it, but I shan't know that until I pull it apart. So yeah, we're at the stage now ready to chuck this new one in. Right, so as we can see now, we've now got the new engine in. I'm starting to plumb it up. It was quite a pain to put in. It's a two-man job, so hence that's why we couldn't really record it, because we've only just started doing this, so we haven't got all the fancy gizmos and tripods and all the rest of it. This is a one-time shot thing that we've done, never done it before. So yeah, the engine's in. We've got one engine bolt in the bottom, I need to get a hose connected at the top, I need to get the rest of the engine bolts in, plumb it all up, and then we should be ready for a start in not too distant future. I reckon we've probably got about another hour's work, I would reckon. Right, so as we can see, engine's in, tank's on, airbox is on, exhaust is on. So the last things to do is to stick some coolant in it. I've already done the oil because I topped that up because I knew that it was coming out the starter motor. So I've topped that up already. Yeah, it's just the coolant. So let us get some coolant because I haven't got any here. So we'll get some coolant and then we'll come back and we'll have a fire up because we are ready for a start up once we've got the coolant. Right, so we're back and we're ready for an attempted start up. So let's see what happens, shall we? See how quick she springs into life. Ignore the funnel, that's for coolant because I've just topped it up with coolant, but once that fires up, that'll swallow a bit of coolant. I'm going to shut it off for a minute because I need to get the radiator cap in, and it's a pain in the arse, so I'm not going to film it because you'll probably catch a few F's and a few, you know, other C's and all the rest of it, so I'll catch you back in a moment. Right, so there we go guys, that's the bike fully finished. It's all back together, fairings are on it all around. Like I say, it's been a little bit of a challenge, day's worth of work, especially for me really, but yeah, I mean, from a blown up gearbox that sounded like an absolute bag of bolts, to a crisp sounding nice cbr125r. I mean, it's not the mintest bike in the world, but it is what it is. It does have a headlight bulb out, but by the looks of it, oh no, I thought they used to be both double elements, but anyway, there she is, completely finished. So leave a like, subscribe if you really want to. I don't expect it, it's my first ever video, so I expect it to flop, but there we go, it's worth a try. Right, take care guys, hopefully this will be another another video soon, if you'll get likes and stuff.